Alafia. This is Yeye Fini Efumolade again with our Teaching Tuesday. This month we would like to talk about the ancestors, the Egums. Why is it? How is it? And when is it that we give homage to the spirits that abide in us and live amongst us and play a very important role in our life? Now, according to the Yoruba Ifa Lukumi system of spiritual understanding, the ancestors reincarnate through the living. And so the children that we have and the children that are in our lives are actual ancestors or spirits that come back. These are our stimulus. These are the people that stimulate us. These are the responsibilities that come with us. But these are the people that choose to come back through us so that they can have an opportunity to experience life in the flesh again. And so the purpose of giving homage to the ancestors is to connect us to our history, to connect us to our family, to connect us to our global citizenship. And so when we worship and give homage to the ancestors, we are not giving praises to a rock or a tree or a bush. We're actually connected to our DNA. We're connected to the historical connection that we have to our people, be it in our family, be it those ancestors that have an influence in our community, or be it ancestors that have an effect globally. When I first got involved with Ifa Yoruba Lukumi understanding of the ancestors, I was moved by the spirit of the ancestors when I didn't even understand what it was. I was actually enjoying looking at some African dancing with drummers and that, and I couldn't stop moving. I could not stop moving. And so after the event, the drummer came over to me and said, "You are feeling the spirit of your ancestors." And that to me was like, okay, what do you mean you're feeling the spirit of your ancestors? It means that the cord that you have to those who have passed on before you, there's an invisible cord that you have, and they're right on this same plane with you. And when you interact with them on a very subtle but powerful level, you feel them. You feel the energies, just like when you say that you're getting goosebumps, or when someone is saying something and you feel like a connection, or you meet someone, or you see someone. Those are spirits or energy, because everything in the universe is energy. And so when we come into a place or a situation where we feel the energy of spirit, it is connecting us to who we are, where we're from, what is the thing that keeps our family connected, what are the values, what are the talents, what are the gifts. And so many children today that we have growing up in the West, we hear that the children see spirits, or the children are not comfortable talking to other children about spirits because we have not educated them, as well as we have children who perhaps are tormented because they don't know how to express their feelings or their fear or the connection that they have to spirit. And so many children that come back, that reincarnate, do not have the proper tools or even the consciousness, or the family or the group or the community around them, the consciousness to encourage them or to guide them into understanding that when you hear things or you see things or you intuit things around you and they come to pass, you're not crazy. You're not delusional. You're actually a person that is very, very blessed to be able to tune into and connect to the vibratory energy of the spirit world. Because we believe that the spirit world exists right here. There's no down and no up. It's right here. We just change the mode. we change the body, we change the physical expression. And so the spirits are always around us. And so when you have a child in your house that cannot sleep at night, or that feels frightened at every little thing, it's because they are learning, or they're teaching themselves how to cope, or how to tell themselves that this is not real. And eventually, if these things are not addressed, then you can have trouble with leading them into trying to find other ways of moving away from the reality that they do feel spirit. And then they don't know the gift that they have. They stop using it. And sometimes, many times, you find those children are tormented in life, and they try to find things to get them higher and higher in a mental state that do not have any positive results, because it's not really guided by spirit. They could take hallucinogenics, they could take drugs. Those are the things that they're using to really stop the voices that they hear, or stop the seeing that they see. And in reality, they're urging the community, the family, the people around them to really assist them in making sense of the things that they feel. You have children that could tell you things that are going to happen without them realizing it. They'll just start thinking about someone and talking about it and say, Mom, so-and-so and so, or Dad. And then the person will call. Those are special children. Those are special gifts. Embrace it. Let them know that they are special and that they have a connection to spirit that is holy and sacred. And so the reason that we connect to ancestral spirit is that we want to connect to those who have passed on. We want to connect to the history, to the power, to the messages that they have. And so this day, I would love for you to go out, choose to find a sacred place where you can sit and just invoke the spirit of your ancestors, of the people who have passed on, to your grandparents, to your parents, to connect to the things that make you feel good about knowing them. And learning how to pour a libation is good, but just to connect to them in spirit. It says, Mom, I hear you, I know you, and you will feel it. You will feel it. You connect to the spirits that walk with you, and one day the hope is that your children and your grandchildren will not forget your deeds and will connect to you through prayer, through libation. So have a beautiful Teaching Tuesday and connect to your spiritual source. Ashe, Ashe.